Hey babes, how you guys doing? I know it's been a minute. I have been so busy working. I know, so many excuses, but coming for an update today. What's been going on with me and Mikhail, and I have a topic because I decided to finally organize myself and get a real topic together and have a conversation about it. So, update on life. Mikhail and I have we went on vacation together to Tybee Island, which is in Georgia, and we got to do some surfing, which we love, and kind of have a nice reconnection in a good way. We're still not together, but I think all good things come with time. We are working on building trust back together, so there's that. We're planning to move. Our lease is up in a month. And if you guys want to rent this lovely place, you can't because it's already taken. But we are hopefully going to move in with another queer couple, a friend I know from college, and her boyfriend who has transitioned. And I think it would be a really great opportunity for us to have that support system. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to see the place tonight, and it's a nice little basement apartment, and they have lots of dogs, and we have a dog and cat, so we have a nice big family. Also, Mikhail has recently talked to his therapist about writing a letter so he can get start T, or go see an endocrinologist so he can start T. And his therapist is so chill. I really need to put her information down here. I don't know why I haven't, mostly because I'm lazy and I forget to ask Mikhail every time. But she's like, yeah, whenever you need it. And so Mikhail has found an endocrinologist that I think he's going to check out, and he should be on T soon. He's been pretty nervous about the medical procedure part. He has a lot of anxiety, really, and I understand because, you know, it's almost crazy for a healthy person to seek treatment for something that doesn't seem medically necessary. But, you know, in his heart, he knows that this is what he needs to do. And hopefully, between me and his therapist, we can calm some of his anxieties. So my topic today is family. And I'm going to talk about the perspective of me discussing this with my family as opposed to Mikhail discussing it with his family, because Mikhail has not talked with any of his family. So it's been an easier process for me to talk about it with my family. Back when Mikhail and I had been broken up, I told them that Mikhail was transitioning, and we had a conversation about it, and had nice, I thought were nice responses and some ignorant questions, which I was expecting. I'm trying to think back on some of them were, but then later I started realizing that it wasn't a place of comfort like I had thought it was for everyone, and had to do some more explaining, some more teaching, which is cumbersome, but I wanted to do it before Mikhail had to do it, before Mikhail saw them and had to do it himself. So, lose my train of thought. I would try to get all the ignorant questions out of the way before Mikhail had to meet up with any of my family. And he didn't for a long time, mostly because we were broken up, but also, I think he felt very awkward, them knowing about his transition without him telling. So that's a point to consider. But, and my mom, bless her, was on this whole thing about that Mikhail hadn't introduced himself as Mikhail to her, and she was going to continue to call him Michelle, which just pissed me off, and just had me so mad. And she did, and finally we were able to meet up. We had a nice dinner and in public, which I think was a good setting, and we talked a lot. I mean, we talked mostly about our relationship status, because I guess that's really a point of contention for a lot of folks, myself included. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get upset about it at least once a week. So we talked a lot about that, but we also talked about Mikhail being Mikhail, and what that meant to him. And my mom had a really nice breakthrough. She really said some ignorant things for a while about I'm so sorry I keep saying about why would you do this to your body? Why would you want to change who you are? Just be comfortable in who you are. She was very rude, and she said some things to me too, and I understand, like, we had broken up and our relationship was not where it needed to be, and I was really heartbroken, and she had said, well, you need someone that has their shit together. Basically saying that Mikhail, because of his transition, or not knowing his gender identity, or not necessarily not knowing it, but being in this place of transition, basically, that he didn't have his shit together, which really upset me, really upset him when I relayed that to him. And overall, just was a point of contention. So we were able to discuss that. But my mom recently decided that she needed to go through hormone therapy, because she's going through menopause, which you also really hate that I'm sharing on the internet. But, and she really had a nice breakthrough of, I have to go through this for me to be happy with who I am, and Mikhail needs to go through that to be happy with who he is, which is very nice. And she's been very awesome about not misgendering him, and she hasn't questioned our relationship status or asked many questions about that, which I really appreciate, because with it being as crazy as it is, it's hard enough with me in my life, and then she wants to ask questions too. My dad has been a little different. My dad's a very quiet person and shy, and but he's also very, very accepting. When I told him about Mikhail, and I told him that my mom was originally having problems with it, he was like, she just needs to accept that this is what it is. And I really appreciate that. But he went on vacation with Mikhail and I to Tybee Island, and the entire time, I was really straining to call Mikhail, and right after I would say Mikhail, he would say Michelle, which is Mikhail's birth name, and would say her. And that was problematic. But, Mikhail is really understanding and really loves my dad, and he's like, maybe he just needs time. I know he just felt awkward with it. So I know some people may, with my mom, I really came, I just really got mad that she was being ignorant. But with my dad, it's like a different thing. Like, I know it's awkward for him, and it doesn't entirely make Mikhail uncomfortable either. So, we are just trying to work with that. I corrected him a couple of times, and he doesn't do it out of spite or anything. So, it's something that, has to be reminded to work on with everyone, which is hard. And as a partner, I think it's part of our jobs to do that hard work, because our partner who's transitioning is already has to face that on the daily. So anytime that we can pick up that piece of work in their life, I think it's extremely helpful. So as for other members of my family, they don't really see him often, and this has been the main interaction. And overall, my parents have been really cool. Nobody's asked me any questions about my sexuality or whatever, so I really appreciate that. And if anybody's curious, I identify as genderqueer. We could talk about that more at a later date. But yeah, that's the situation with my family. Also, I told you guys I would give a little review about the binders that Mikhail used from, I forget the name of the website, but they were from China. and they were a shirt binder, and they were $10, which is a really great deal. Now, I tried on the binders just to see on different body types. I have double D's down here, and y'all see. Oh, I'm looking a little chub sitting up here, but I have a slighter frame than some folks, and it fit me well, and it binded my chest really well. I think it was probably, if I was looking to have a flat chest, it wasn't entirely binding, but you could adjust it. If you got on the inside of the shirt, you could adjust it. Mikhail tried on the binder. Now he has a smaller chest and wider shoulders. I mean, his shoulders are probably out here, but we're the same weight. He might be a little heavier than me, only because he's muscle. But and we knew the binder was a little small on him anyways, but we wanted, it's a binder, so small, whatever. But he wore the binder for the majority of the day, and he has a pretty large rib cage, and he said it was really hard for him to breathe. So that's a consideration, Make sure when you are making measurements for your binder that it is the right size. I think if you have a smaller frame, my frame or smaller, that the binder should be great for you. We got the largest size that there was, and it was not a good fit for him. So we're going to try out some other stuff, unfortunately, because that was a cheap binder. But, yeah, also a friend of ours, his name is Ash, has been on T for about a year, I believe, and he is raising money for top surgery. I'm going to link you guys up to his GoFundMe so you can donate, because top surgery is pretty expensive. He's a really cool guy, really sweet. He's just started up college again after really struggling with staying in school and holding down a job because of his gender. And now he's really able to. It's just been such a wonderful transition, and I know that sounds funny to use, to watch him as a person. I knew him before he transitioned. He was very reserved and quiet and shy. Not that he's not still now, but just like very low self-image, and now he's just been able to blossom, and you can just tell he's much more comfortable in his skin. And I think being able to actually take off a shirt and swim in the summertime, Georgia weather is no place to be wearing a shirt, guys. So for him to be able to do that would be great. If you guys, I'll put a link in the description section to his GoFundMe, and I really appreciate it if you guys could donate. All right. Well, I will hopefully be coming to you next time from our new place. I'm really hoping it all works out, and hope you guys have a good time. Please post comments, questions. Our next topic next week is going to be about what all it takes to transition. So what all of the medical stuff is for this transition period that we are in. So I'll be putting together some stuff for that. I will see you guys next time. Bye.